My name is Senator Dan Edward Knight, and I am here at Chicago State University, and we're doing a full transparency and engagement series of videos that you can follow if you're a CSU student or if you're a concerned Illinois State resident. You are our oversight committee, and we are dedicated to killing apathy. Two of the major players in this process is Brother Gerald over here behind me and Brother Jokari. Momentarily, they will join us in a real discussion to rebuild the south side of Chicago, to rebuild Chicago, first with the nucleus of Chicago State University being our place where we're doing our building, and we're right here in the SGA Senate. And the first order of business that we want the students to know that you are the oversight committee. Your dollars make sure that we remain not only here as students, but hold these titles such as senator, president, vice president, secretary, and the list goes on. But from this day forward, we will have live, live. Right now, we're live. This will turn into a tape. Transparency meetings right here in the SGA. Now, let me turn it around to Brother Jokari and Brother Gerald so they can have some input on this first filming that we have right here in the SGA. Now, you were speaking about something earlier, Brother Jokari. What was that you were speaking about? I do believe you were talking about the validity of the student having the power, the ultimate power, as it relates to the SGA and to the entire university.
That's just bottom line, man.
Okay.
Serve constituents. Ain't no more. Ain't no more simpler than that. We don't serve each other. We don't serve no president. We don't serve no college president. Some people do. That ain't what we here for.
Okay.
We serve the constituents. We serve the students.
All right. And that being said, the constituency is the student. Now, I remember we were talking about LA. Case in point, they have a budget of how much for the student government? $90 million. Okay. And how do you reckon that they got that budget?
Well, we're having some type of kahunas because, for one, they don't even have an advisor. They have complete control over their budget. Okay, and they fund the student organizations around there.
Yes, sir.
They even help out with some of the athletics, and they do this all on their own.
Okay.
They don't have a student government office. They have a student government floor.
All right.
Okay, so I mean, it's like when you stand up for yourself and show that you know, that you're not a slave, then
Okay.
you get stuff done. But as long as you feel like you're a slave, and as long as you feel like you got these, so-called administrators that's your advisors, it's hard to get stuff done.
I understand. Okay, so as a research project, doing this video, how do you think this can help in terms of attracting money for maybe a research project where we can get people to galvanize behind the idea that we need to do some of these things that we're talking about here?
Well, Harriet Tubman had a code, and you either free or you're not free. But she used to put that in a different way. It's like you either take your freedom or you dead anyway. And that's what it is. That's the order of the day.
That's the order of the day. So what do you think about that, Brother Gerald? Senator Gerald, what do you think about that?
But who the constituents are?
Well, in terms of what do you think and feel as constituents, as senators, as faculty, as administration, as onlookers, what should we be doing in order to make this university operate like it should in terms of SGA, in terms of the university itself? You can jump in anywhere there.
Well, first of all, we have to decide what our form of government is, and or identify what our form of government is. Therefore, who is SGA supposed to take care of? SGA is supposed to be a Republican form of government, which means it's government by consent, which means the people, power starts at the bottom and it flows up. People in SGA serve the sovereigns. The sovereigns are the students. They're the people who consent to us being here.
All right.
Just like our representatives in Washington, D.C. hold power because we consent to them being there. Okay?
All right.
So it's really obvious that what SGA exists to do, it exists to advocate on behalf of the student body.
Advocate. Okay.
Now,
expound on that word advocate for those who may not know what you're talking about.
well, we're supposed to act in their best interest. We're supposed to make sure that what the students need, what the students deserve, what the students are supposed to have takes place. Every part of the university community has an organization that looks out for their interests. The faculty is represented by the Faculty Senate. Staff on campus they're almost all unionized, so they have union protections. They have union representatives who will protect their interests. The administration, of course, they have their own legal department. I mean, they are their own protection. They are their own advocates. The students advocate, the organization that's supposed to look out for the best interests of the students is not the faculty, it's not the administration, it's not the staff. They have their own interest groups that they're supposed to look out for the best interests of, which means that the only organization that there can be that is of, for, and by the students would be SGA.
All right. Well, that being said, this is the first segment of what we're calling our transparency campaign. So you can come and take a look on YouTube every day and see what your Senate is doing in order to make SGA at CSU or Chicago State University benefit you. We've done the first 7 minutes and almost 40 seconds. We're going to end it at 7:45, and we're going to see you in a little bit with another segment on transparency here at the SGA at Chicago State University. This has been your Senator Dan Edward Knight reporting.